Welcome to today's Explainer. I'm absolutely thrilled to have you here because today we're tackling a massive headache that plagues almost every single growing digital business. Imagine for a second that you're building a skyscraper. If you build it on sand, well, it might hold up for a little while, but as soon as you start adding more floors, more weight, and more complexity, it sinks, it cracks, and eventually it collapses. That is exactly what happens to websites when they scale without the right foundation. So today, we're going to talk about how to stop building on shifting sand and start building your digital presence on solid bedrock.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Have you ever wondered why increasing your traffic and adding necessary functionality inevitably seems to break traditional sites? It's incredibly frustrating, right? You do literally everything you're supposed to do. You run great marketing campaigns, you get more visitors, you add robust new features for your users, and your reward is a clunky, unstable website that takes forever to load. Why in the world does success feel like a penalty?
Well, the answer really lies in the builders you choose. Traditional builders are those shifting sands I just mentioned. They rely on heavy bloat, constantly stacking unnecessary code and JavaScript abstractions just to function, until they eventually hit massive performance walls. But Oxygen Builder uses a developer-first architecture that outputs clean, lean HTML and CSS. It's a foundation engineered for efficiency rather than carrying around all that feature-heavy, invisible baggage.
So, here is our roadmap for today's explainer. 1. The website growth paradox. 2. Clean architecture built for speed. 3. Global styling saves developer time. 4. Freedom from vendor lock-in. 5. Scaling WooCommerce revenue safely. And finally, 6. The agency partnership advantage. Let's get started.
Section 1. The website growth paradox. So what is the growth paradox? It happens when increasing your website traffic and adding required functionality causes a previously stable site to suddenly slow down, become unstable, or demand constant, really expensive rework. And here's the kicker. This paradox happens because traditional page builders add invisible bloat by default. They load code you don't even need, just in case you might use it someday. So as your site grows, that invisible bloat just multiplies until your site grinds to a complete halt.
Moving on to Section 2. Clean architecture built for speed. Oxygen Builder does something fundamentally different from its competitors. It generates lean, semantic HTML and CSS. It completely avoids stocking those feature-heavy JavaScript abstractions that just slow everything down. Think of this clean codebase as your ultimate insurance policy. It ensures that when your business needs to add new product pages, intricate custom integrations, or complex functionality, those additions won't inherently degrade your load speed. Your site stays fast, responsive, and efficient, no matter how much you add to it.
Let's move to Section 3, Global Styling Saves Developer Time. The workflow here is incredibly streamlined. Step 1, you define your styling rules globally. Step 2, you apply that class instantly across the entire site. And Step 3, you update it once and it changes absolutely everywhere. Think about what this actually means in the real world. If you're refreshing your brand colors or changing a button style across the site with hundreds of pages, traditional methods force you to edit every single page individually. With Oxygen's class-first methodology, you update it in one place and it cascades automatically. We're talking about translating a simple feature into immense value, literally saving months of expensive developer hours and ensuring complete visual consistency across your whole site. Now, what's really interesting about this data is that the impact is measurable and immediate. A massive 78% of stores report immediate speed gains when they implement these performance-optimized systems. This isn't just theoretical best practice talk. This is a tangible, direct impact on exactly how fast your pages deliver content to your users.
All right, Section 4. Freedom from vendor lock-in.
Because Oxygen runs on WordPress, you get to choose your own hosting provider. You have full 100% ownership of your infrastructure, your code, and your data. You aren't trapped on some proprietary hosted platform that limits your growth or forces you into terribly expensive enterprise tiers as your traffic scales up. Furthermore, because the output is human-readable, maintainable code, you have massive developer flexibility. If you ever need to switch agencies or bring on new team members, any skilled developer can seamlessly take over without needing to tear the whole thing down and start from scratch.
Which brings us to Section 5, Scaling WooCommerce revenue safely. Merchants are experiencing a 47% faster checkout completion rate when they implement AI-assisted product flows, backed by this kind of clean code architecture. Let's anchor this right to your bottom line for a second. When you don't have unnecessary layers of code bogging down your shopping carts and your checkout flows, your pages load faster. Faster load times directly improve user experience, which directly increases your conversion rates and, ultimately, your revenue. Lean backends make you more money. It's honestly that simple.
Finally, Section 6, the Agency Partnership Advantage.
There is a stark contrast in methodologies here. If you go the DIY or traditional page builder route, your performance hits a wall as traffic grows. You become trapped by vendor lock-in, and maintenance turns into this awful cycle of constant, expensive rework. But when you partner with an expert oxygen development agency like Viral Chili, you're structured for heavy scale right out of the gate. Your code is 100% owned and completely portable. Maintenance is streamlined through clean architecture, allowing for incredibly easy handoffs. Agencies like Viral Chili have built countless sites. They know exactly what breaks when traffic spikes, how to properly structure databases, and exactly when to add those crucial caching layers.
And the resulting efficiency from all of this brilliantly illustrates a massive 42% boost in developer productivity. This is the direct result of utilizing tools intentionally designed for clean architecture from the ground up, especially when paired with a professional team like Viral Chili that knows exactly how to leverage them. So, the crucial point boils down to exactly this idea. Scalability isn't something you add later. It's built into how your site is structured, coded, and maintained from day one. You literally cannot bolt on performance as an afterthought. It has to be engineered right into the very foundation of your digital presence. Which leaves us with one final, vital question. Is your website built just to survive today, or is it truly architected for tomorrow? Take a hard look at your foundation. Evaluate if your current tools and partners can actually support your future growth, and make the conscious choice to build on bedrock. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep scaling, and I'll catch you next time.